Hi, this is Dave with ETN News. I'm over here at a patent site that I found. I just wanted to make you aware of this. The apparatus and method for remotely monitoring and altering brain waves. Now, with all the stuff that's been going on with these school shootings, and just so many questions are being raised at how could this happen? How could this be happening so frequently? We're seeing it over and over almost every single day, and most of these people end up taking their lives or in some way dying mysteriously, and people that start asking questions about this die mysteriously. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. The apparatus and method for remotely monitoring and altering brain waves. Now, this priority date 1974, and they were given a grant to pursue this in 1976. This is kind of crazy. If you start to read down through this, I'll get down here to the bottom where it was pretty interesting read. Okay, it's my understanding they originally wanted to invent this for the purpose of making your ability to monitor brain waves like encephalograph, where they monitor your brain waves at a distance without making any type of connection to the human body. But as I read down through this, and we're under the summary of this invention, it kind of explains that that's what they want to do up here. But the last little part of this is very interesting. The modulated interference wave is retransmitted by the brain and received by an antenna to a remote station where it is demodulated and processed to provide a profile of the subject's brain waves, in addition to passively monitoring his brain waves, and the subject's neurological processes may be affected by the transmitting to his brain through a transmitter compensating signals. So what they're saying here is they're able to use an antenna to pick up an individual's brain waves at a distance, take them, reprocess them, and send them back to the person and cause an altered effect within that individual. Now down here is a little more of a description of what they can do in this. The signals are directed by an antenna to the skull of the subject being examined. The two signals from the antenna, which travel independently, penetrate the skull and impinge upon the tissue of the brain. So, sounding a bit nefarious here. Now, just getting down here to the bottom of this, there's something called patent citations, which I believe are continuing work or work that was previously done using this type of technology. Not really sure, maybe someone that has any true understanding of this could help me, but there's a number of patents down here, and their priority dates back to 1953, and the title of that one was Pattern Photic Simulator. And as it goes down through here, the dates vary, but they seem to consistently increase in time. We're looking at 60, 61, 64, so on. But notice what the titles of these specific little publications are. Acoustic Flaw Detection System, a method of monitoring intrasomatic circulatory functions and organ movement. Apparatus for and method of processing bioelectrical signal. Apparatus for measuring electric field radiation from living bodies. Apparatus for the treatment of neuro, psychic, and somatic diseases with heat, light, sound, very high frequency electromagnetic radiation. Remember, we are into the ultra high frequency ranges now. And the last but not least, movement monitoring apparatus. Take a look at some of these as we get down here a little bit. Non-contact vital signs monitor. Now, when's the last time you've seen any hospital use something like that? A non-contact vital signs monitor. This is 1974. Don't you think they would have produced this stuff into the medical field, as they're claiming all this stuff is medical? It's just amazing. One of the last ones down here at the bottom. Method and system for eliminating and fighting strength of opposing combatant using electromagnetic wave. It's apparatuses and methods for neurological status evaluation using electromagnetic signals. Now, our whole community, our whole world is filled with electromagnetic signals, Wi-Fi signals, radio signals. Now they're coming up with 5G, which is way beyond what we can even imagine. Now keep in mind, this technology was in 1974, some far as back as 1950s. What have they designed between these times of 1974 until the computer age, which is right now? What are they able to do to us and to people out there? And there's been a lot of talk of I believe it was the Smith-Bunt Act, which was removed back in 6 years ago or so, where the government up until that time was forbidden to use propaganda to manipulate the population of the United States. Now it's legal for them to do it. Just take some of these factors into mind. This old technology here, it just blows your mind. So it can leave you wondering, what's going on? Could this possibly be some of what we've been seeing? The propaganda to take away guns, propaganda to put people in mental institutions without their consent or family's consent. We've seen it. Just letting you know that the beast is here and it's rising. For all those that are concerned about this, if you're not Christian, Jesus Christ is the only way we're going to be able to get out of this. Take him as your Savior. Remember that Jesus is coming soon.